健闘を祈る。
人類に栄光あれ。
人類に栄光あれ。
人類栄光あれ。
Well, we can always build more killbots.
You're all arseholes. You're all idiots. Hello, everybody. Morning. Who the fuck is Alice? Hello. Hey, Andy. Hey, Tobes. Toby Tobes. Hey, Purples. How is everybody doing? Target. Hello. Sharato. Hello. Sophie was first. Hello, Sophie. Soph.
Fuck you too, Christopher.
Look what I've done though. Look, I've got a vampire. I've got a vampire on a square base. I've cut his base off. I've put him on a square one. So I've got a square base vampire. I got a square base vampire. How's everybody doing? Are we all okay? Are we all okay? All these are done. These ones. So funny story. When I airbrushed some of these, I used flow improver rather than thinner. Because I just didn't notice. Where is it? And there we go. And some of the green base tone has been reactivated by the contrast paint and rubbed off, which is quite interesting. So you can do chipping. You can do chipping with flow improver mixed rather than thinner mixed. How's everybody doing anyway? If it makes you feel better, I've been trying to find a transfer to use on my Paladin and can't find one anywhere, and it's annoying me. There you go. What the fuck? What? What? RQQQQQ? How am I at 2 out of 3 stream streak? What? How? What? Why? How does Twitch do that? Why and how does Twitch do that? I don't get that. I don't get that. That's weird. Everything's been messing up. Like even my Microsoft Outlook has been saying that my it's been kicking me out of my emails. It's like you need to log in because the password's wrong. So you put the password in and it logs you in. It's like, well, why can't you just remember it? You were almost at 200. Yeah, you were. Oh. Stupid Twitch. Twitch is dumb. Did Frozen's evening stream break your stream? No, she was there for the evening one. Did Chris have to restart a stream or something that threw it off? No, I don't think so. I haven't restarted it. I haven't had any problems with streams for ages. How annoying. Yeah, that sucks. So two out of 3. Hang on. Where's my my stream thing?
Twitch is a twat. Fuck Twitch. Added to the fuck you list.
It's not Stream Manager. Where's Twitch is weird. Where's I need video. Where's the video? Content? Video producer. There it is. Nope. Yes, video producer. So, 2 out of 3. So you're on the second stream. So it says you missed June the 6th. We didn't miss June the 6th. Yeah, all my streams are like June the 3rd, June the 2nd, June the 3rd, June the 4th, June the 5th, June the 6th. All longer than 2 hours, so it's not like you missed a 10-minute stream sometime. Yesterday, and then today. Stupid Twitch. Yeah, how is everybody? What do you think of Vampire on Square Base? Do you think he works? I think he'll be quite good. And then you can have a big line of Graveguard. I've also based. Oh, he's a bit leany forwards. There we go. I've also based all of the Wood Elves up as well, so they're all nicely based up. which is excellent.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Ah, it's a
Quarantine
one-stop.
activated.
It's a one-stop. How are you doing, one-stop? How are you doing, one-stop? So we've got four to paint today, which are pretty close, to be honest. They're pretty close to that, even though I thought I over-highlighted them. They are pretty close to what that looks like. So that's still pretty good, I reckon. You're starting to panic! Starting to panic. One-stop wargaming is starting to panic. Oh, it's going to be awesome, dude. It's going to be awesome. No, not back to Twitch. I need create a dashboard again. Create a dashboard. There we go. Stream manager. Clickety click. Clickety click. Pop out chat. Boom. Done. There we go.
Fuck.
Yes,
Moo.
I'm a gatekeeper and
Christoph.
a hater. I'm also
Hey,
God's
Tari.
favorite princess and
The most interesting girl in the world is here. How are you, Tari 2? Tari 2. Tari 2. Tari 2. You reprimed Four Dreams to go red and got a ticket for a TT event at the end of the month. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. We keep on keeping on. You are keeping on. You are keeping on keeping. You are keeping on keeping. I hope you're all right, Tari 2. So yeah, I've got. So I based up all the. Hang on, let me get this over here. There we go. Oh, microphone in the way. I based up all of the. Oh, fuck off. Why can flies find their way in through the window, but then can never find their way out of the window? Fuck's sake. You bought a Hell Cannon, nice, and still need to get 2 Helldrakes, 2, because the world is not ready for Helldrakes. I thought you had like 17 of them. We'll keep on keeping. Yeah, the Hell Cannon. I like the Hell Cannon. I wish the Hell Cannon was better. I kind of want the Hell Cannon and is it the Magma Cannon in the Chaos Dwarfs? Like, I want a big block of Chaos Dwarfs in the middle, and then artillery and Kadai and stuff. So yeah, I've based and assembled 10 of these, so they're all kind of ready for their arms and stuff. And then I have got all of these kind of all built up. These are all ready to kind of go. I need to put their heads on. So I've actually got the vast majority of the wood elves built now, which is good. It's taken forever to clean them all up, but that's good. They're all spick and span and pretty good now, so should look good. You want a big block of Hell Cannons? Yeah, that was cool. That would be cool. Big block of Hell Cannons. Death Shriek and a Quake. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. They are printed and want to use them at Warhammer World at some point, so I need legit ones. Ah, true. Death Shriek and a Quake Mortar. The Death Shriek. I can't remember what the Death Shriek model looked like. What did the Death Shriek model look like? Death Shriek missile. Chaos Wolf. Yes. Oh, it's that one. It's that one. I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one. That's cool. That's the one I definitely remember. This thing. Definitely remember that one. And then that was the Forge World one. Yeah, that's cool. One big block for Hell Cannons was what I was expecting to hear. It would be an expensive block, though, so it would be cool. Now, I want a big block of Chaos Dwarfs. That. Magma Cannon. Bra. Like you're never gonna find this, are you? Anyway, could be like £900 on eBay. That's cute. That's cute. Cool. Right. Yes. Anyway. Oh, I need music. I need music. Tari, how's your day going? I think it's an AC day today. It is an AC day today. Armored Core. Stargazer goes off. I think your big block of Chaos Dwarfs looks amazing as well, Hendy. So yeah, I agree. I can categorically. These look so fucking cool. I'm dead happy with these. Oh, I took a photograph this morning, so because I have to take the camera off, so the angles all moved around. I've not quite got it right. Yeah, these just look really cool. These look really cool. Yeah, your big block of Chaos Dwarfs look really good. Because what was it? Was the picture yesterday hand weapons and shield? Yeah. Anyway, looks awesome. So I've got. Hang on, how many have I got? There's another one ready to go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've got 18 done. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, that's right. So 18. So I've got 18 built, plus those ones. So 22, 23. I've got 23 built, plus that one. So I've got another 9? Got another 9 to finish. Jesus. Check DMs. Oh, checking DMs. I want checking DMs. Checking DMs. Checking DMs. Checking DMs. Evil Dwarf Lava Cannon. Ooh. Evil. Ooh. 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 That's identical. I love that. So I really like these helmets. So that's perfect. £5. That's. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Cheers, Mr. Henster. Cheers, Mr. Henster. We have an old world channel. We do. We do. Those are cool. You use his Iron Demon. Oh, has he got an Iron Demon as well? Oh, I love the like. Oh, is it the? I can't remember which one. But yeah, I like a massive block of a big block of Chaos Dwarfs, and then just artillery would be hilariously brilliant. Right, so yes, I've got lots and lots of wood elves. A few of them still need their cloaks. I couldn't kind of clean up everything. You know my feelings about Old World. Yeah, you're going to start Old World like Purples, aren't you?
All hail and Huggletary II, High Empress of all the stuff everywhere, ruler of all the castles ever built, painter extraordinaire,
Ever built.
super duper extra nice person, and artillery tarry for trench crusade. Fuck. Move. Tongue.
She's a ruler of all the castles everywhere. Yes, he does a mortar. Oh, the mortar's cool as well, isn't it? Yeah, the mortar's. I do like the mortar. I like the look of the mortar. Right, so that's all. So these are all the ones which are They've all got their little padders underneath their feet as well, just to lift them up a little bit for when we put the forest floor under their feet. Same with the Wildwood Rangers as well. Wildwood Rangers are going to be an interesting one because obviously they're going to be base coloured with Wordbearers red in the same way, and then I need to. I'm not going to do them the same kind of green because this green is pretty much only for, or this look is pretty much only for the Glade Guard and the Deepwood Scouts. And then maybe the Way Watchers. Maybe the Way Watchers just with more brown on them. And the Wild Riders. Glade Riders and the Glade Riders. The Glade Riders will be the same kind of green. And then beyond that, I'm going to still do the Wordbearers red, but then use different colours on the top, which would be really, really cool. If purple starts Old World, I'll start Old World. Oh, Tari and purples are starting Old World. Oh, this is amazing. So exciting. I wonder what armies purples and Tari are going to play. I reckon purples is going to play Vampire Counts and Tari is going to play Cathay. Yeah, that mortar's pretty cool as well, isn't it? That mortar's pretty cool. However, I have just signed up to Rescale Minis. I signed up to Rescale, so we can get those models, and we can do the cool Chaos army. I need to write that, so I'm gonna what the plan for the Rescale stuff, the Marauder Chaos armies. I'm gonna wait for the FAQ/errata, write a rough list, and then print out what I need. You'll think you're safe, honestly. Sophie's on the lurk as well. Everybody's on the lurk. Teeny Tiny, how are you? Teeny Tiny, how are you? Hello, Teeny Tiny. There's one which I didn't finish the highlights on. So I didn't finish all the highlights on that one before I started washing everything. So that one needs a wash as well. Oh, and then I've got one over here which I'm cleaning up for YouTube as well, so that one's not built yet. So that one will get built. I need to finish that video, which will be fun, so that's good. Does Purple own an AOS army? She does. She's got Vampire Counts, Sylvaneth. Is it just Vampire Counts and Sylvaneth? I kind of want to say she's just got Vampire Counts and Sylvaneth. I can't think of another one. I don't think she's got like Fire Slayers or Caradron or anything. Wasn't Purple interested in Cathay? I think Purple likes the dragon and that's it. And doesn't want to play Old World because nobody in her gaming shop plays Old World. So I've built up the elevation on the base for my Azag model, but now the paper clips are too short to pierce the base. So if I sent her some circle to square base adapter trays, they could yes, War Masters, yes, most definitely, we need to send Purple's tray adapters. We definitely need to send Purple's tray adapters. Empress Tari of Kislev. Kislev aren't going to come out anytime soon, are they? Mannerings, how are you? As like the paper clips are too short to pierce the page. Oh dear. Yes, right. So yes, we're going to paint some. This is quite funny because Sophie can't cope with all this. Sophie can't cope with me going, oh, I'm going to do Vampire Counts. Oh, I'm going to do Chaos. Is okay, just work shenanigans. Bretonnian don't get any dragons, do they? No, Bretonnians don't get dragons. They get griffins, they get Pegasus, they get unicorns. Is that it? Oh, it's not griffins, is it? Is it a hippogriff? I think it's a hippogriff. So you could kind of, if you have your like halfling Bretonnian things, you could probably use a dragon and count as a hippogriff. Yes, I will start Kislev Army right now. Go to Games Workshop website. I want to assume there aren't any. Have you been to the Games Workshop website today? Have you been to the Games Workshop website today? It's broken. They've broken it. Any suggestion for a shaman model for the top of the Games Workshop default? You wouldn't happen to have the old Wurzag, would you? I don't have the old Wurzag, no. Any suggestions? Not really. Hippogriff, Max Mini have a halfling one I could get. Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, where's the do. I'm guessing you've seen Little Mouse on a pelican, which is clearly a Bretonnian Duke on a Pegasus, or a hippogriff. Isn't that a crane? Okay, a crane. Yeah, not a pelican, a crane. It's a mouse on a crane, and then there's also a mouse on a. Yeah, there we go. That one there. There's a mouse on an eagle. Fantastic. 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 Okay, so we need to. I've got that. So this is such a cool little basing mix. This I really like this basing mix. It's fantastic. Yes, the base for these, because I printed out, I think I told you this the other day, I printed out a load of these. So what I can do is when we do bases, we can find appropriately sized tiles and just kind of fit them on the base, and then any gaps between the tiles, we're going to put some base ready kind of earth and dirt in there. So that's the idea. So we'll go around and do that on everything. Heron, but anyway, I find your lack of burb knowledge disturbing. Is this AI? Is what AI? No, those are sculpted. They're sculpted. They're part of the rescale release for this month. Yeah, this is what. So I'll probably glue that one on there and just have like a tiny bit of. Oh, it's a Taria. Hello, Taria. It's not AI. It's a simulation. Speaking of birds, we have a jackdaw friend. Nice. Yeah, this is the plan for all the bases. Nice and simple. Just kind of scatter a few of these around. Like I've got some large ones that we can. There we go. Got some large ones that I can just put in the middle of the base, or snap these in half and put them across a bit of the base, and then fill. Just going to fill all the gaps with probably the same basing that I used, or I'm going to use for the Chaos. So that's the one I'm going to be using for the Chaos. So I'll probably kind of scatter that in there as well and use that. So that sounds quite good. And then that'll be the vampire counts. We've got 40 skeletons. I do want to grab another box of skeletons. However, 40 skeletons 40 skeletons in a big unit is probably enough when Graveguard are really good, so I should probably actually put the money into Graveguard. I should probably actually put the money into Graveguard. Right, put that back in there. Yeah. All good stuff. All good stuff. All good and exciting. It's all good and exciting. There we go. Let's get that open. So I've got to do. I'm going to do the rest of those tonight because these ones, the rest of these clean up really quickly. So I'll build the rest of those. All these ones are now, all the horses are now all fully cleaned up and glued on their bases so they can get primed. Word bearers redded, and then I'm just going to pick like 3 different browns probably. Pick 3 different tones of brown to paint the horses, then do their bases, and then we can stick the riders on as and when, so that'll be cool. Background music's Armored Core 6. My background music is computer games that I like. And I don't play many computer games. So I still need to record. I might do that tonight. I need to record Pantheon, all the music in Pantheon for a bit, and do all of that. So yeah, this unit's going to look really good, I think, and I really like the 2-hand weapon thing that they've got, and they do hit quite hard. Like if they're running into monstrous infantry or something, they do hit quite hard. How's everybody doing today? How are we all? Right. And we need some water. Let's just move. I'm just going to move the microphone out of the way. Down 1.25%. Oh no! Sneezy. What's sneezy, teeny? Teeny tiny? What you sneezing at? Or what you not sneezing at? Okay, so we're going to use a size 1. And I'm going to get the soap out as well. There we go. Grass pollen. Microphone. Thank you, Tari. Thank you, Tari, too. Thank you, Tari. I'm not too bad today. I haven't had a hay fever tablet either. And I'm not too bad, so should be okay. Teeny Tiny, if you want one of those mice on an eagle, let me know, by the way, because I can print one. I do need to get some more resin there. In fact, I haven't sent mana rings yet, so maybe we could include it in that if you do want one. It would just delay mana rings, so you'd have to clear that with him. Right. Anyway. Could still move a little closer. It's not really. There we go. That's about as close as I can go. Microphones are really tricky to kind of position when you're painting. I will talk loudly. Actually, I'm not going to do this one. Oh, I am going to do this one because this is one that's lost a bit of the. The green. The green reactivated. Tari, how's your day going? Then consider the halflings. I'm trying to power through the shatter point. Yes, it goes. I'm glad it's going, Tari. That halfling army is going to look awesome. Teeny Tiny, are you going to go? Are you going to, or could we talk you into doing a TSN Old World event with Bretonnian halflings? If we aim for much later in the year. Oh, shut up! We get it. You have a pawn on your car. Eventually, sure, no idea if that October one is achievable. Nah, sorry, they have what on their car? A horn. Honk. Honk, honk. I wasn't going to pressure you into the October one. That's quite soon for an entire army from scratch. But could be quite cool. Mannering's Dark Elves. Oh, this is the lady with the gold bra. We gave her a gold Xena bra. Although I think this is like the mini bra. We gave one of them like a full gold bra, I think. But I'm planning on cutting slapshot them, so I really don't know how quick they'd be. Oh, have you got like the full army, or like most of the full army? Have you picked up most of the models that you kind of want / need / envision? As soon as I get a list sorted, I'll start working on mine again. Currently scheming how I can get the transfer I need to finish this bastard mini. What transfer do you need? And yeah, the Warriors of Chaos. Like there's some Warriors of Chaos stuff which you just need to get built. So like the Manticore, not Manticore. Yeah, Manticore. Is it the Manticore that you got the proxy for? Like the Lord and the Sorcerer Lord and stuff, and the Chariot's probably going to be in there because the Chariot can go on the Sorcerer. There's a few things in there which probably aren't going to change. And would be really useful to have. Probably wouldn't waste too much time on like the Warriors or the Warriors Knights or Forsaken, just because you're not quite sure which direction you'll end up going with all of those. So you don't want to start painting the Warriors and then realise that you end up going Knights. A white silver Iron Hands one might work. A plain Sigmar S. Just freehand a plain Sigmar S. Do it. Did War Master say that he had the blobe dude, so you could do a gigantic chaos spawn? Because that's surely gonna just keep being good, right? And even if it isn't like top tier good, it's still going to be good, and therefore cool to have in the army because it's a cool model, particularly for a Nurgle Chaos army. Absolutely not freehanding. I might do a white diamond to put a transfer over, but other than that, that's not happening. That sounds cool. 10 of each, Grail, Questing and Yeoman, 20 Knights of the Realm. I maybe should get more Piggy Knights. Laura has many Laura has many halflings. I'm really looking forward to seeing all these old world armies come together, because old world armies just look amazing in rank and file. They just look so good. So I'm dead excited. And then of course we have the Necromunda raffle prize as well at some point very soon. And do that really cool cadaver merchant on a little display base. Iron Hands are the Chaos ones, right? I think it's 130 models in the main box alone. 3 Pegasus at the moment, loads of archers, men at arms, and pilgrims, about 20 of each. Oh my god! Iron Hands are the good good guy ones. Iron Warriors are the bad guy ones. But because he's not using them for that, and he just wants the icon, probably both work. We sat and worked out the equivalents for all of them. Oh my god, that's so cool though. That's so cool, teeny tiny. You probably have those as well, to be fair. I don't know whether I've got them. Tari can just like ship, get her like personal anybody just to ship it straight to Tobes. I mean, they're the same chapter. They're the same chapter, kinda. They're kind of the same chapter. Is there anything on Warcom today? Have we had anything drop on Warcom today? Wait, what? Oh, believe it or not, Grand Cathay hang on, let's read it on here. Believe it or not, Grand Cathay has been present in the background of the old world for almost as long as Warhammer Fantasy has been around. A great and mysterious empire far to the east of the old World's Edge Mountains. There have been references to the Grand Cathay in the margins of rulebooks, bestiaries, roleplay games and army books. From an ill-started treasure fleet to a scheming diplomat in league to Qianqi, through hushed references to an immortal dragon emperor and more, we've only witnessed Grand Cathay in scattered glimpses. That all changes soon. Jade Warriors, Jade Lancers, Grand Cannons disembark from Marienburg from Warhawks, dispatched to aid the Empire in its growing struggle against... Oh my god, look how fucking cool that looks. This is a just ridiculous size base. It's ridiculous size base. I don't know... These are going to need a really good paint job, aren't they? Proof that Chaos are the good guys. They're concerned with safety. 100 by 150. It's just massive. It's just a big flat. It's just a big flat base of empty space. I don't know. Owen. It all started in 2018 when Creative Assembly, the video game studio behind Epic Total War, approached Games Workshop because they wanted to add more factions to the third title in the Total War series.
It's called a big ass fucking base, Christopher.
Thanks, Olivia. It's a big ass fucking base. They asked about Kislev first, which already had a fair amount of units described and even designed, but a few of us got together and had a fun concepting some new units. Came back to us in 2019 and asked if they could tackle Grand Cathay with something so embedded in the and yet so mysterious. We told them we'd need to design the whole thing ourselves to ensure it was accurate to the setting. Oh my god. Concept artist and Warhammer Institution. We actually started before we knew that Warhammer the Old World was coming back as a game, but we treated the whole project... Wait, they didn't know Warhammer the Old World was going to come back in 2018? 2019? JTY. It was a small team to begin with. Mark started doing the concepts while Owen was put onto the background at the same time. Long before anyone was thinking about the rules, the first job to search through all the Warhammer material for references to Cathay, everything that had been written going back to the second edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battles. There have been scattered references to Grand Cathay throughout the history of the game. There have been such a rich crop of references across the various editions of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay over the years. Some of the older ideas have been left behind in the past, with plenty of nuggets we reused that Owen first dug out. Yeah, they like reusing old nuggets of stuff that have been put in drawers. To give a sense of how well buried some such nuggets are, he famously exclaimed out loud in the studio, "Which idiot wrote this?" before he noticed the byline and realised it was him. Owen. I'm trying to think if I know an Owen. Giggles, nugget. I'm quite proud of the fact that there's absolutely nothing in Grand Cathay that contradicts anything that came before. We've managed to work in all the timeline entries and tidbits. another one there, Tari, for you as well. Tidbits. For example, the Lisman books, the Ogre Kinders books, even all the way back to the second edition. There were more than a few apparent contradictions where the Dragon Emperor has been given different names because scholars don't have full information, or because travellers arriving at the edge of the Warpstone Desert have met a functionary and assumed they were the Emperor. In the Lisbon book from 5th is a story about a sailor from Cathayan City and an ill-fated treasure fleet comes to Lustria, which, like Grand Cathay, is based like in real history. Everything from its origin, of course, so much remains unpublished, only part of which is being used for the Old World project. Before this project began in 2019, when did they decide? Like, when did they decide that Old World was going to be a thing? Old World... When was the first Old World article? God, this is a crunch timeline. 2020. 2020 was the first Old World article. Wow. Total War. So they did Grand Cathay for Total War. The most extensive thing written about Grand Cathay was Tarmogen, the Throne of Chaos from 2011. So that's where we get Onyx Croman. Are they the riflemen that you said about Hendy? Shinjan Wizards and Warpstone Desert, all of which are familiar to the fans of Total War. Old World Brand Manager and Guardian of the Assets, Rob. I wonder whether that's... Oh, so I know that Luke. I'm wondering whether that's Bedford. Some of our initial concepts were limited by the realities of wireframes. They can't show long flowing robes, for instance, as that is a lot more expensive to animate, but we wanted those aspects for our models. We worked with them, but we knew that we'd be able to make miniatures that would be definitive. Grand Cathay is inspired by Chinese mythology, just as the Empire and Bretonnian have real influences in the Holy Roman Empire and medieval France, and Arthurian legends, respectively. Grand Cathay takes inspiration from several... So, Empire is Holy Roman Empire? I did not know that. Grand Cathay takes inspiration from several of the great and most celebrated Chinese dynasties, but we've made it our own. Everything has to tie into Warhammer, obviously. God, it's so fucking cool. Importantly, this is Warhammer take on China. Warhammer is a lot of things, but there are simple tropes that unite it. It's skulls, it's death, it's grimness. But for cultural reasons, many of these signifiers don't align with the Chinese influenced design language. So we had to think, oh my word, this is interesting. So we had to think about which other levers we could pull to make sure it was Warhammer. Both Creative Assembly and Chinese Sensitivity team are very helpful. Hey, Spiky.
And I will not eat you. Yet.
How are you doing, Spike? I've got a cool Vermin Lord to show you in a bit. Both Creative Assembly and Chinese Sensitivity team were very helpful in providing guidance documents to ensure we understood China and didn't make the wrong move. There are various symbols to avoid. The referencing skulls or gruesome body horror as part of the Grand Cathay visual language were ones we were keen to avoid. Gruesome body horror?
Potato Picks Christopher.
Thank you, Olivia. There are certain styles of clothing and hair which signify darker periods in Chinese history. We had to be respectful to those alongside these other considerations. There are dynasties which are truly celebrated in China. We made sure to utilise some of the aesthetics. There's a great deal of difference.
Right meow.
Right meow. Right meow. Right meow. Hi. Does Games Workshop sell a lot of products in China? Yes. Many of the stuff Games Workshop sells wouldn't fly in China. It's so flipping cute. Yeah, they're just little bundles of awesomeness, aren't they? Holly. Oh, I know Holly. So Holly. That's a cool one. Holly is Jez's daughter. Holly Goodwin. You may notice similar approaches in some Japanese media to medieval aesthetics, which can also come off as inauthentic. This kind of media isn't bad. It can be a cool way of pushing into new areas of creativity. It's definitely not historically accurate. China's very proud. I think the Longma is a great example of what we're trying to do. We originally wanted to make Quillin a sort of Chinese unicorn that flies without wings. They're noble, authentic China, but without wings they don't translate well as a miniature. Look at that. Fucking love that model. I have no idea what colours I'm going to do that. That could actually melt. They are amazing. We're trying to find a version of a Pegasus for a Centipede hero miniature, or perhaps monstrous cavalry. Yes! Yes! Do it! You can't just put wings on a Quillin, so in the end we put in work to create our own. Longmer literally means a dragon horse. It still has plenty of Chinese-inspired elements, but it's now entirely a beast of our own setting. The colours they used are really interesting.
He says he has no idea what color he's going to paint it, but we all know that it will be blue.
Well, we know what colour I'm going to do my... We know what colour we're going to do my Cathay. So when the Cathay arrive, we're going to find out how many different kind of browns, reds and oranges we can get into this colour scheme. So after that, how do we then link that into a colour scheme that fits that? Because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be green and orange. When? Yeah, when? We don't know. We still don't know when they're coming out, do we? Although we're starting to get articles, so maybe it's not going to be actually all that long far away. We were trying to find a version of a Pegasus. Oh, hang on. There we go. A hovering horse looks great in a still image, but it still doesn't translate well on the tabletop. We always try to understand the cultures for it to take weapons, blah 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 blah. They're taking that as a grounding for Grand Cathay to allow us to do things. You have to take design decisions because they look right, but when you are deeply into a project, you can uncover a whole new layer of meaning in your work. The mountain armour is another example. It's a strange type of linked armour that may or may not have actually existed. It appears on sculptures and in pictures of mythical Chinese heroes, but no one was able to replicate it correctly in the modern era. It seems absolutely appropriate for our heroes and the terracotta sentinels. It's China's own version of a fantasy armour. Is there a terracotta? Oh no. There's it. If we get articles, it may be soonest. End of the month, Ren said. Ren reckons end of the month. I don't know if I'm a fan of when Games Workshop starts inventing creatures. It looks a bit AOS. No, I don't think it looks AOS-y. I think it does look Old World. I think it does look Old World. I think it's really good. I think it's really cool. I've actually never noticed the horns. I've always been kind of drawn to the moustache and the kind of the ears. I've never actually noticed the horns or paid attention to it. Next weekend, Mountain Minis leaked it. What? Leaked it? What, so we can pre-order next weekend? No, we can't pre-order next weekend. Are they going to announce it next weekend? I love that they had to get the video game developer to help them to not offend the Chinese, because obviously that wasn't a function already in the company. Did they? This is all. I don't think this is all in-house. I don't think the video game. These are all in-house people. None of these are the video game lot. I know next to nothing about Chinese mythology, but nothing here looks weird or made up to me. Maybe it's just my preconceived bias to the mythos. You read it out? They said, hang on, where was the bit with... the Chinese, the... Oh, Creative Assembly is the company. Yeah, my mistake. Sorry, I read that as Games Workshop's Creative Assembly. Yeah, sorry. That's me not knowing about computer games. Cool. Yeah, so the mountain armor is absolutely appropriate for our heroes and the Terracotta Sentinels. It's Chinese owned version. We began our research with military history books. China has... This is an insane article.
OMG. Christopher Dawson.
I dozent. and their arms and armour changed over the course of thousands of years, but there are certain classic looks associated with popular dynasties, such as the Tang dynasty, which is one of the main influences for the Jade Warriors. We took a lot of time to research the difference between Chinese, Japanese and Korean styles. You've got to look at these things to learn what not to draw as much as what to draw. We then had to make really clear on how ancient Chinese armour actually works, so we could remake it as something suitably fantastical. This is really fucking cool.
OMG. Christopher doesn't even know about Creative Assembly. What a fucking noob tourist spanner.
Is Creative Assembly are they owned by Sega? Sega? Is that right? Or am I getting something mixed up? Yes. Yes. I got something right. I got something right. I'm proud of myself. I wasn't going to get this. It does look kind of cool. Right. You need to know the rules. You can break them. In those places with the Longma as a primary example, you have to know what not to do. We knew how the historical suits of armour looked, but we needed that Warhammer spin. You also have to keep in mind that when you're making a miniature, you have to... Oh my god, yeah, okay. I'm very proud of the Sentinels. Yeah, this is Mark. This is Bedford. I'm very proud of the Sentinels. I imagine them coming alive with magical fire when they are awakened with war. Yeah, I'm 100% doing glowy fire inside them. CA is the development company. Sega is the publishing one. CA is... Shit, what's it called again? Creative Assembly. I imagine them standing inert across all the land, waiting to be activated in times of war. Some might be covered in vines with offerings at their feet, and others are just part of the landscape. Look at that one. That's the one I like. Rules-wise, even though we'd begun work on... I'm so excited for this! So we reckon the end of the month. Seemed like it was something within CA. That's cool that they are doing it, and at least knew they needed to. So their previous models have been quite yikes. I think SDS are nailing. I think SDS are nailing pretty much everything they sculpt. To be honest, I'm not sure there's more than a handful of poor SDS sculpts. It was in part to mechanically contextualize a new faction. The entire Total War series is based on that edition of the game, so if a Cathayan unit had a movement of 6, Creative Assembly would understand how far it moved relative to everyone else. Announced Saturday on order from the 21st as the apparent. I think the main thing that puts me off about Cathay is the rank and file troops are so detailed it would take an age to paint. It's going to take Ren a lifetime to paint these. When the box comes out on pre-order and I pick one up, we'll paint one on stream and see how long it takes. See if we can do a throw slap. It probably won't be like an hour like the Wood Elves have been, but maybe we can see how quickly we can throw slap a Cathay model. The wider studio, yeah. So, like the 40k, I don't think the 40k. I did a video about it ages ago. I think the best 40k model that's come out. Well, actually, to be fair, Ragnar Blackmane is really nice. I think the best 40k model that's come out recently was the Inquisitor. Order from the 21st. 21st seems really early. Is it really the 21st? Wow. Right, anyway, yes. Monstrous Cavalry. Yes, please. I want a unit of these things. So, is there an army picture at the top? Yeah, there we go. So, I think these will paint up quite well. I think these will paint up okay. The horses, I think I'm terrified of the horses. I'm terrified of the horses. I think the horses are going to be a lot. Give me my Mushu. Unit of those would be cool. That's what I'm That's what I'm holding out. I'm holding out and hoping for a unit of these because I want 2 units of them. 2 units of them, each led by a hero. They do look quite detailed, but I love them. I like them as well. I like them as well. Where's the Cathay? So that's my colour scheme there. There's the Cathay stuff. Yes, I still have it open on my web page. I'm that kind of obsessed. Oh, he's got like a rope hanging off his leg. Yeah, I can't decide about. I think these are going to be. These are going to be very paint job dependent, I think, because they're just a massive giant. A lot of details lend itself to washing and dry brushing. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Oh, we're looking at so Toby Tobes. Let me remove the member list. Toby Tobes has put up his list of what he's got. So we wrote yesterday. We wrote Toby Tobes. Well, we didn't write it. We scribbled down like. Roughly, just so that we got like a idea of how many models it might be. The stuff that Toby has, with like some core units and some special units and the giant chaos spawner stuff, just to see if it's like a viable army project without being too expensive. And we've got a list here now of all the stuff that we've got. We've even got some chaos trolls as well, which is great. So, other than Nurgle, not really. Don't have any interest in Marauders or Marauder Horsemen, but otherwise pretty easy going. Keen to have the 10 Great Weapon Chosen, unless they're truly crap. Which Lord on Demonic Mount is it? Uh, 401 Chaos Lord, 341. Oh, this is the points. Cool. You're going to have 2 gigantic Chaos Spawns. Don't make him spend 2 lots of money. You're making him buy loads of stuff here. What's happening here, War Masters? Just click the wrong one. 6 knights plus sorcerer makes 7, then 2 14s. Nice. The direwolves to do the warhounds since they look vaguely nurgly. That's very true. Yeah. Box of direwolves would be really cool. I need to grab a box of direwolves for the vampire counts as well at some point. The gigantic spawn that he was going to convert anyway. Yes, yeah, but he put 2 in. Warmasters. I'm sure I could turn an old bloke flies into spawn with a massive pile of bits. No, that's Forsaken. No, Marauders are definitely not Warriors of Chaos best infantry. I'm having loads of Marauders in my list, but then that's because they're a dragon worshipping Marauder army. Oh, Spike, I need to show you. Here we go, Spiky boy. Here we go. So I've just signed up to these, Spike. So I mean that's quite cool. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's called the collection's called Ratskin Arsenal. Okay. Could be quite interesting for Spiky boy. Whoa! How cool's that? Yeah. That's a badass Vermin Lord. Check that out, dude. And then check the Warp Lightning Cannon out. How cool's that? And then loads and loads and loads of Skaven. So they're all the clan rats. Loads of clan rats, loads of clan rats. And then there's some storm vermin later on. Where are the storm vermin? There's the storm vermin. Look at that! How cool are they? What website? It's Rescale Minis. Rescale Minis on Patreon. I signed up to them yesterday because I wanted the dragons and the marauders for my marauder stuff. But yeah, Tobes, we've got to wait for the FAQ anyway. But I do think Direwolves will be a pretty cool thing to pick up. And then if you can convert a gigantic Chaos Spawn, I reckon that's pretty much all you're going to need. Don't want to put too much strain on Tobes's finances to do this. And not everything has to be meta pick. What speaking of meta picks, it's not really a meta pick. It's like a conversation. Like what weapons would you give a block of marauders? Or actually, have they got the Motley Crew thing, so you can give them all sorts of different weapons? I don't think they have, but they might have. I don't know. I haven't looked at the rules for them yet. You'd give them trebuchets. Four ER medium clan lasers and a Gauss rifle because marauders are from the Battletech and are one of my favourite mechs to use. Nice! Skirmish with flails or block with hand weapons shields. You can skirmish them with flails? I make myself laugh too much. Tara, you make me laugh as well. I'm going to have to... So I could have skirmishing marauders. That would be really cool. I bet Rescale have got a flail as well, haven't they? I bet they've got a flail sculpt. I need to work out, that's the other thing, at some point, once everything's kind of understood a bit more. Need to work out which version of the Rescale Marauder pack I need to get, because they're all like $20, and some of them are called like Rangers, some of them are called Warriors, some of them are called like the Command Sprue. It's all over the bloody place. Possibly the Spawn. Oh nice, have you got the Direwolves? Fantastic. That's perfect then. That is perfect. We need the Warhounds too, but they aren't that expensive. Are they not? Oh, that's quite cool then. Yeah, I hadn't thought of using the Direwolves. That's a really cool idea, actually. I need the Direwolves for the vampire counts, because I'll definitely add those because they're cool. So vampire counts need... What do vampire counts need? Graveguard. I need Graveguard and... Warhounds. Warhounds. Direwolves. For fuck's sake, Chris. And then if TSN event's really, really good, which it will be, I could take like a different army every time I go. That'd be quite cool. Just over 30 from Element Games. For 10 direwolves? Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad, is it, really? There we go. Right, so that's... damn it, I don't want to get a resin printer, but then Frozen goes and shows me all these amazing rats. Darn you to heck, Frozen. You are welcome, Spike. You are welcome. I'm not the first person, nor will you be the last person to bug you, inspire you, introduce you to the annoyance of, oh, I should just get a resin printer. Cheers, looks like I'll need to grab 2 for the spawn, but I doubt they're very expensive. Yeah, so it's Hobby Haven. I think it's Hobby Haven. Hobby Heaven. Hobby Heaven. Go and check the Hobby Heaven page for bases. If you're not OCD about everything matching. You've seen that UKTC is trying to growing its Old World events, so will be big events going on all over the country. I don't really want to do big Old World events. What resin printer do I use? I've got the website bookmark for bases. Nice. Can recommend them. They're cool. Nice. Also, that's not what OCD... I know it doesn't, and I haven't got OCD either. I should probably not keep saying that. Like, I particular about having all my bases match, and I just about allowed myself to get these Hobby Haven ones for the cavalry, even though they're not quite the same look. They're a bit taller. The angle is the same actually, which is good. Yeah, cheers, Tori. I should stop saying that. Chris is a weirdo, aren't we? Yeah, so these are Games Workshop bases, and then I've got all my Chaos are going on MDF laser cut ones, because I don't want to get Hobby Haven bases for my Chaos stuff, because the Hobby Haven don't do the large bases which I need for some of the Chaos stuff. So I've done MDF, laser cut MDF for all my Chaos stuff. So Minotaurs, the Marauders will all be on the laser cut MDF, which should look quite cool on the Marauders, and then the Vampire Counts will be on Games Workshop bases, because the corners on the Hobby Haven ones are rounded, so they don't match, and then I can get the large bases which I need for the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon and the Terrorgeist if I ever use one, and the Mortis Engine, and possibly the Black Coach, although I don't quite know what to do about the Black Coach, because I kind of want to use the AOS Black Coach because it's cool, but I don't want it to be too ghosty, if that makes sense. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to reply. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to reply. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to remove all the ghosty stuff. There's a halfling undead Black Coach. Ah. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the Black Coach. And also, as Hendy pointed out, the corpse cart is actually quite beneficial for skeletons. So I might have to make a dry dry corpse cart. Yay! The website's back up. I'm guessing they've pulled it. I'm guessing they've pulled the book. You'd hope they'd pulled the book, yes. So that's the hardback, but not the limited edition version of it. So I'm guessing they've pulled the limited edition version, seeing as the website went down. Age of Sigmar, Death. Is it Soulblight or is it Nighthawk? Oh, for fuck's sake. How do they spend £10 million on a website? £10 million! Why have they pulled it? Because they had the queue system on this morning. So that people could buy the, you know, the red leather-bound Horus Heresy books that they were doing. They did the next one, which is like the Age of Ruin, is it? Something like that. Anyway, it was up for pre-order today at 10 o'clock worldwide. So the entire world logged on at 10 o'clock this morning, and the queue system was like over an hour instantly, and then the queue got paused, and then the website broke. Because they spent £10 million on some little chum in a shed who's made their website on Squarespace, and it can't cope with the entire world logging on at 10 o'clock in the morning to sell some, to buy some books. Just check, I can get the bases even cheaper on eBay. $3.99 for 10 bases for Knights and Hounds. Nice one, Tobes. Nice one, Toby Tobes. Yeah, this is good, Tobes. This is good because I've been wanting to see what your Nurgle stuff looks like. Mainly because I don't have any interest in Nurgle, but I have a weird excitement over other people's Nurgle things. Like, when friends get cars that they're really excited about, but they're not cars that I would necessarily get, I'm really excited to kind of find out about it and hear them talk about the car that they've got and stuff. And it's the same with armies. Like, I'm not particularly interested in Nurgle. I could probably think up a cool colour scheme. Like this colour scheme would actually work quite well with Nurgle. But I'm not particularly interested in doing a Nurgle army. But when Toby Tobes or somebody else I know is really excited about Nurgle, I want to see what that army's going to look like. What you're saying is that I like to watch. Fear them for they are cute and small. Oh my god. Fantasy Undead Projects Halfling Black Coach. That's annoyingly fucking cool, Mannerings. That's annoyingly fucking cool. A cook chair in a hotel. Oh my god. That's really cool. Maybe the black coach is like the model in the Vampire Count army, like the Bone Giant in my Tomb Kings, that I'm like, well, let's go and see if we can find a 3D print. What's this kind of like level of like speed painting like? Because there's no way I'm doing like, I'm not going to do a Ren highlight every inch of every wood elf. Because I kind of think, well, I mean the Bretonnians as well, it kind of fits Ren's painting style with the Bretonnians because they're all individual heraldry. I believe it's called regular old army painting. What you do? What I'm doing on these, for sure. It's quite interesting because it still leaves the room to, still leaves you room to kind of go up a level if you need to, kind of thing. There we go. That shall suffice for that one. Let's do this one. I'm enjoying this Bretonnian far more than I was hoping I would, but at least I can paint a load of knights for my Nurgle to distract me. Nice. Yeah, but are you going to do them the same as your Overlord Nurgle that you did a while ago? The yellow? Is that how you're going to paint them up? Just when the thingy went. Just to entertain me for a sec while I change battery. Are there any cool... Oh, that's cool. See, I want a skeleton black coach. Oh, there's a halfling one, look. I don't want a ghosty one. Oh, that's fucking rescale as well. Oh my god. Fucking rescale minis again. That's ghosty as well, isn't it? That one's a ghosty one. So you want the black coach from Bram Stoker's Dracula, don't you? That's what you want. Or there's one in Nosferatu, isn't there? Yeah. This isn't a wood elf. It is a wood elf. It's definitely a wood elf. How are you doing, Ren? How are you doing, Ren? There she is. We were just talking about you, Ren. It'll be similar. I actually found 10 Blight Kings that are finished. Just need basing, that I just need to redo either the skin or the cloth. They should work well for my chosen unit. Nice! Do the Blight Kings fit on a 30mm base? Only bad things, I'm sure. No, not at all. I'm saying that your Bretonnians are awesome. I've also started this as well. You'll be glad to know, Ren. You'll be glad to know I've also started vampire counts on square bases. Yeah, baby! Blight Kings do indeed fit on 30s. Fantastic. How many have you got? 10. So you've already got 10 Blight Kings. So that's a unit of 10 chosen already. Not well, no. I might have to mix in some Plague Bearers so they fit better. That would be really cool. Yes. How many Plague Bearers have you got? That would make a really, really cool chosen unit. Because you can do a Plague Bearer like unit, like use them as just like little unit fillers. Just scatter them around. Where something's a little bit too tight, you can just scatter them around. It also gives the unit a bit of room to breathe, which is one of the reasons why I like the slightly larger bases on everything. Because then when they are ranked up, they just have a tiny bit more room to breathe. And that's also why I quite like doing the little unit filler bases as well, because it just opens the unit up a little bit. Might be easier to tell me what army you haven't started yet. Dwarfs. Dwarfs. I tried to kind of come up with a list direction, and was just like, I just can't do it. All right, do it. What, do dwarfs? No, I can't figure out Lisbon and ogres. I'm not saying anything about ogres because Hendy's ogre army I don't want to look at because it's going to look really fucking cool. Complete the collection. I've got Slaanesh up here, so I have the old, that's that little black bit there. That's the old Juan Diaz Demonettes, which could very well be part of a Slaanesh Chaos Demons Old World army. I'll probably make some movement trays and number the minis to avoid going forward, to avoid issues. Might make them magnetic. Yeah, just stick little numbers on the back of the bases. That's quite a cool idea, actually, Tobes. Or Toby, what you could do is you could get, when you buy your bases, Toby, you could get these. So you could get the new 30x60s, even though this one's twisted, look, for fuck's sake. You could get the new 30x60s and then have Blight King, Plague Bearer, and just do like 4 of these so that you can kind of scatter them around the unit. That'd be quite cool. I don't know if Pokemon approach to Games Workshop products is financially viable decision. What? Complete the collection. Oh, got to catch them all. The unit's not that big, Chris. Oh, is it not? Oh, okay, cool. Ignore me then. Ignore me. You've already got 130 more bases. Oh, okay. Also fine then. Also cool. Also cool. Yeah, just like number them. Just put little numbers on the back. That'd be quite cool, actually. That would be quite cool. It's only 14 models. Well, not when he adds Plague Bearers to it. When he's 6 Plague Bearers in there, if you add 6 Plague Bearers, that's 20. You're numbering the bases on your chorfs. That's an interesting idea. I had never thought of numbering. Never thought of numbering bases. I have like a few like. I remember what the front rank is, kind of thing, and then after that, everything so far has ranked up okay. The Minotaurs might need numbering. Oh, it's 14 including them. Oh. Oh, we were talking about Cathay earlier as well, Ren, and some in Twitch chat were saying that it might even be like a couple of weeks away, which is exciting. We'll have to paint the colour schemes on stream sometime. I'm gonna get all my browns out and line all my browns through oranges and reds, and then like pick out the middle ones so that I can do my colour scheme. Locked into 32mm scale for my Chorfs because White Angel Mini's original scale was off. I'm not reprinting a whole army to make them smaller, so I would just number the bases so they rank up. Also, they say.
Christopher, you can't have units of 20 in a Nurgle army, you fucking tourist.
Sorry, 21. Better? Counterpoint, but what if you did? Yeah, Hendy, what if you did reprint your Chorf army and sold the current one to Ren so that she had a Chorf army? And then we forced her to paint a Chorf army on stream until it was finished. Counterpoint, but what if you did? My Minotaurs are probably my Minotaurs are massively printed. They're going to be a nightmare to base up. They really are. Counterpoint, give them to me. Yes! Yes! Even better, Hendy! Give them to Tari, and then Tari can start Old World. And we can have Atari 2 at the tournament. At the event. You stop calling it a tournament, it's an event. But it's already mostly painted. Even better! Right, he's dash. Bye! See you later, Tari. If it's already painted, so Ren could then do like a video series on how to improve paint jobs. That'd be a great video series. Like eBay Rescue, but Hendy Rescue. I'm gonna get punched. Oh dear. I'm gonna get punched. Event tournament, same potato, different skin. Yeah, but everybody I don't like the connotations of tournament's shit because like everybody's an arsehole. They're not. They're events and they're really cool because you play against cool people. That's why I try and call them events. And Nottingham at the end of the month. You saying Hendy's painting is crap? I did not say that. I didn't say anything about Hendy's painting being crap. So I...
You would rescue Hendy equals chop. The choppers chop to ever chop. Christopher, you fucking monster.
I'm in Venezuela at the end of the month. I'm miles away at the end of the month. Have I shown you my Soul Brett Mini that I now can't put a Sigmar transfer on, as it looks like I threw them away? You only implied Ren is a better painter. Yeah, it would be a really cool painting series for Ren to improve on a Chaos Dwarf paint job. I don't think Hendy would disagree with that. Hendy knows I annoyingly hate his Hendy chops. Hendy's fucking Hendy chops is the reason I now have Froslap. Which, to be fair, is starting to come out rather well. I'm quite enjoying these. So yeah, Ren, we've got Toby coming as well. Toby's bringing a Nurgle Warriors of Chaos army. Which will be super cool. I'm going to do Tomb Kings, not Wood Elves. Because I'm never going to be able to get everything painted for the Wood Elves.
Hendy Chop is amazing. Froslap is pure slop copy of the amazingness of Hendy Chop. Fuck. Moo.
It's true. It's true. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. Froslap is a poor imitation of Hendy Chop. I almost made Chris cry at the Blood Bowl tournament when I told him there wasn't a single painted highlight on my Orc skin. Why does it look so good? Why does Hendy's fucking Orcs look so fucking good? I've already said if you don't show up at the end of the month, Chris, I'm driving Hendy to throw rocks at you. Oh, it's the crystal thing, isn't it? Yeah. The best god, understandable. No, the best god is a toss-up between Khorne and Slaanesh. It's a toss-up between Khorne and Slaanesh. How would, hang on, just to bring another army into the topic. These are really dusty, oh my god. How should I Froslap the old classic Demonettes, which are incredibly dusty, oh my god. Yes, they're on the wrong bases, so they probably need snapping off these and putting on squares, and then we have a proper scary thingy. I need more of these heads. These are the heads from Dexessa, so I need 2 more of those heads so I can do 2 more fiends. But yeah, they're really cool, aren't they? You probably need a garden hose, slap them first to get that crust of a dust off. Yeah, I'm just dusting them. Yeah, I've got 30 of these. How good are Demonettes in Old World? There we go. Utter crap. Demons are bad. Okay, so this is the last army I'm going to do then. You were all wrong. Khorne is the worst. Slaanesh is clearly the best, and Nurgle is a distant second. Be there or be assaulted by rocks. Just play 7th Ed. No, I'll do. Why? So why are demons bad? God, they look really cool though, don't they? The old Demonettes are brilliant. The old Demonettes look fantastic. So yeah, I've got 30 of them, from when I worked at GW, because they're Juan Diaz's ones and they're really nice, aren't they? Juani Diaz Demonettis. I wonder how they'd rank up. Can you take oh, I could take Slaanesh. Can I take Demonettes as allies in my Marauders? I must admit, over the years, my taste in Demonettes changed. I now really like the old, the very old Clawhand ones the most. They'll rank fine, given they rank on 24. Yeah, I'd imagine they'll rank okay. I was more thinking about like what they'd look like. I bet they'd look really cool ranked up. They're my favourite Demonettes, because they're the Juan Diaz ones. The Juan Diaz, Juan's witches are my favourite witches as well. So I've got those witch elves. Hendy convinced me to grab a load off eBay, and I'm slowly making molds for them, so I can cast myself up a nice unit of witch elves for my dark elves. It's just taken a while because they've all got spindly fucking hair, so cutting the molds out takes a while. The Chaos Gods go Nurgle best, Khorne and Tzeentch joint second, and Slaanesh is last. I do like the variety that the Chaos Gods are to everybody. What time is it? It's only 5 o'clock. Okay, we've got time. We're gonna have pizza tonight. Pizza! Obviously, the correct answer is Hashut. Oh yeah. How many war machines are in your 2,000 point list, Hendy? Have you got the mortar and one other? Iron demons are heavy chariots. Wait, what?
Ho picked Christopher Tongue.
Wait, what? So anybody who is grabbing, anybody who wanted to grab the Siege of Terror Age of Ruin thing, here's a quick one for you. You might have noticed that we paused Warhammer.com for a short period. Here's why. So they released Siege of Terror Age of Ruin anthology. Scalpers attempted to use bots to bypass our normal safeguards, but the tech priests caught it, so they pulled Warhammer.com offline. Why they've got, I don't quite know why they've got an asterisk there to abominable intelligence, if there ever was one. What this means is we're pausing the launch of Age of Ruin and have removed it from the Warhammer.com for the time being. Don't worry, it's still coming. We're just absolutely determined that real fans get it. All erroneous orders have been purged. This is our #1 priority. Please forgive us for a delay so that we can sort it out. If you're a real life flesh and bone fan of Horus Heresy and want to be updated when the relaunch happens, subscribe to the email list. This email won't sign you up to anything else, just this. There we go. So, there we go. Yeah, they literally always speak like this. Yeah, it's they always ask that. Okay, so we need... oh, not that one. We need... There we go. Oh, this is... Oh, my God. That's a fucking lot of Skaven Spike. Jesus. Where's Poe? Oh, my God! The book people have realised they can actually bully Games Workshop into making good decisions. I know. I mean, at least they try. I mark this down as a Games Workshop draw. I mean, they have tried. So that's why Valrod did a video. Yes. They did. What was the last one? The last Siege of Terror book. They literally cancelled all the bots orders, didn't they? And then re-released those book orders to try to get them out to people. So that's insane. Purples. That is the fucking cutest bundle of Pusscat ever. How many you haven't got any. You haven't got any Spike. So you definitely need that website. You haven't got any Vermin Lords. That is a pretty cool list, though. So yeah, there we go. A win for Games Workshop, I would probably argue there. Right, this is the last one. This is the last one. I think they're pretty close, aren't they? I think they're turning out to be pretty close. I think once everything has been highlighted and put in and everything, I think they'll all be pretty close. Quite pleased with all of this. That one is still like a little bit. This one's still a little bit far off. Probably just needs a fraction. Oh, Warmaster! What a ledge. Thank you for the resub, dude. Can we get some hype in chat, please? Brilliant, just popped up on me. Can't be having that.
Hype, hype, hypeity, hype.
Hypity, hype.
Moo.
And a hype training coming as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, cheers, Warmasters. That's cool. Ad popped up. Can't be having ads. Yeah, you can't have ads. You need to. Oh God. So, can you get? Because these are. I don't think they're laser cut, but they're like plastic. I don't know what you call them. Acrylic. There we go. They're acrylic bases. Can you get square acrylic bases? I haven't checked. I haven't looked. I bet you can. It'd be quite good if you can. So these were... I did these like these because the Slaanesh I was doing were all going to be on plinths. So because they're like excess and everything. So I was going to kind of like do them as like excess and like lots of little plinths. But I suppose you just put them on laser cut MDF ones like the rest of my chaos. Need to be able to see the potato picks. Oh yeah, well yes, yeah. There is that. You do need to see everybody. If you do want to see potato picks in Discord, if you subscribe on Twitch, then you can get into the potato pick Discord channel. Games Workshop should do that for all their sales, but something tells me they won't. What? Try and catch the bots? I'm impressed that they can catch up. Like, how do they tell that it's a bot that's ordered something? I'm guessing it's like speed of. Yeah, so lessons learned, do not use just Flow Improver to thin down your paint, otherwise it reactivates when you put a wash on and then ruins the paint job, because then you've got to touch everything back up again. Shipping address and what sort of things, also speed, as you said. IP address. Oh, because the IP address is not going to match the shipping like location, that kind of thing. It'd be quite funny if like the fans all went and got the bot. All went and got the bots so that they could compete and try and get the products, and then they've legitimately tried to buy them using the bots, and now their things are getting cancelled. That would be some irony, wouldn't it? Yeah, you see up here, look, there's some of the red has started to show through because the green got reactivated when I put the contrast paint on and then rubbed off. So we've just got to highlight specifically the areas which have been rubbed off to hide the reactivation. Same IP for multiple orders. Ah. The IP will be shared among several bots. Oh, okay. So the bot that everybody uses will all generally have the same IP address, or like the same like host. Ah, okay. Clevs. Well, at least they can track it and like kick them out. See, you've got some bits here as well. Look, so we'll do exactly the same here. We'll try and highlight across the top of that. They keep inventing new bots. But it's sec. Also, clever people, they can spot a bot a mile away. Very cool though. Imagine you want to be a scalper, you have your PC download a bot and run like 10 instances of the bot that will use your so easy to track. Furthermore, add that to the fact that they will do unlogged orders, which is another tell. What do you mean unlogged orders? What's an unlogged order? When you order without being logged into Games Workshop. Ah, okay. So it's one that's not a Warcom account. Is that just because of the way bots work when they order, or can you? Is it more because the customer doesn't have a Warcom account? Yep, that's another one done. This is cool! I'm enjoying this. These look awesome. And it's so like kind of sketchy quick to do. These ones don't look as good as some of the other ones we've done because of that problem that I've said with doing it with flow improver rather than thinner. So the paint was a little bit more fragile. Kind of needs a coat of varnish, but I think what I'm going to do is just give it a coat of like Lamia medium or something. Right. So what I could do now is I could put some glue on the bases and do all the bases. But we do need to kind of like highlight like skin and like gold and things. Right, do you mind if I go make a quick cup of tea? I'll go make a cup of tea and then we can come back and we can do all the gold and the browns and things. So yeah, that would be quite good. So go make a I'll go make a quick cup of tea. I need to do clean up so many heads for all of these. They look really good though. The biggest thing would be to get people to not pay like $1,000 for a book, but obviously harder to do in practice. Yeah, I got so many of these all ready now, all done, ready for their heads and then ready for priming and things. So that'll be good. And then, like I say, I just need to come up with colour schemes for these, which I think will probably be. I kind of want to use a slightly different green, so I might use a slightly different green, but I also want to make I think I want to make the cloaks brown. So we'll see what we can do with that. I've got a bit of a plan. We'll see how that goes. Right, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. I'll be 2 seconds, okay? Won't be a sec. Everybody go make a cup if you need one. Right. Carry on! We're getting scalping in a month if we want to, but people will be selfish. Yeah, people want the stuff, don't they? If you need the stuff, and that's the supply and demand, isn't it? If you want the stuff, that's the only place you can get it. Super sad. Right, so we need we need more gas bone, that's what we need. Oh my god, I've got all these demonites. So I started one, look. There's the purples. Oops, we're a bit top heavy being metal. So I was going to do... They've got to work the same. I'm sure we could throw slab these. Because they've got to do the same, haven't they? You do them purple like that, you give them a highlight from here, and then you give them a contrast and pick out some details. These will work really well. Just a shame they're not very good. In theory. Are they not very good because they don't have a save? Can't remember how. There we go. Starting to telling people what to do, and it all ends with a big mess. Big mess. Right, we need more gas bone, don't we? Right, let's put these demonettes out of the way. On top of all the wood elves. Is that more gas bone? Yes. Okay. More gas bone should be, I think more gas bone is the highlight for all of this brown. Pretty sure it is. Wonder whether that's... Wonder whether this is back yet. Yeah, it is. It's not Soul Blight though, is it? It was Nighthawk, wasn't it? For the black coach. Yeah, so how do you get this? Can you just remove, what do you think? Do you think you can just remove all the ghosty bits of that? Because you could do the wheels. The wheels I think would be quite easy to do. And then it's just... And it's just horses. Do you have to get like Black Knights or something to replace the horses? Do you really need to do the wheels? Yeah, you could probably get away with like not doing the wheels. To be fair, if you didn't put the ghosts on, so if you didn't put all these ghosts on, and you found, I don't know what rider it would be, maybe all you need is like an arm and a head to make it a skeleton rider. Leave all of these off, and then you could probably do the rest. Well, I mean, you could cut off all this here. You could cut off this bit here and have it mounted a little bit lower, so it wasn't quite so floaty.
Tato and Leo Pixtown.
Ah, so you could if you cut a line across here to get the wheels on the floor. And then these horses floating. Let's go have a quick look at. Let's go have a quick look at potatoes. Oh my my god. Hi. Hi. Yeah. That's super cool. Puddings. It's complicated with the model as it's so big. What size base is... Hang on. What size base is the black coach in the list? You kind of need to find an Abyssal Terror as well. I haven't read the Vampiric Powers. Black coach. 50 by 100, so it's a tiny base. And this is on a massive base, isn't it? 170. So it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit on the 50 by 100, is it? So that's 170 and it overhangs that. Shit. Has anybody done the black coach? AOS black coach old world. Not even close to fitting. Ah, okay, that's quite cool. So you don't have to put all the scallybobs, don't have to put all the horses on. Yeah. Okay. That still looks longer, but then that still looks longer than 150 mil though. Oh no, he's just glued them together. Okay. Already overhangs like crazy on 150. Yeah, but what you do, what that guy's very cleverly done is you just don't include those horses. So that actually automatically straight away makes it look more like a black coach, like a stereotypical black coach. Still lifting it. Yeah, I don't know whether I like it floating. I think I want it grounded. But it's not going to work grounded, is it? Because it's going to be too wide for the 50 mil base. So you might have to do it like bouncing, like as if like two wheels are on the floor and it's just like bounced up a little bit. And then the horse is floating. You could do like I still kind of want to do cut this bit. I still kind of want to cut this here. So the things are a bit lower, but that actually works quite well. I think that. Oh God, why does it do that? Can't I just open just the image? No, fuck's sake. Yeah, because that's fucking nuts, isn't it? That's huge. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Look at that. Look at the state of that on a 50 mil. And then there's that one. Yeah, you don't want that one, do you? You've just got to try and make that black coach work. And I think that's actually the way you do it. I don't think that's too bad. That halfling one is looking... The halfling one's awesome, dude. The halfling one is really cool. However, I do like this black coach bit. I really like this black coach bit. You just have to... Maybe you can do it. I think you can probably do it with painting. I think you can probably do it with painting and just kind of disguise all of these. He needs a... I think he needs a bone hand. I think he needs a bony hand, so it's a skeleton. I think he needs a bony hand and a bony hand and a skull. You could probably... Actually, you could probably get away with using that head. But I think he needs a bony hand. Yeah, the horses. I think if you could sort of I don't know whether you need Black Knights. I've got some Black Knights. I need some more Black Knights, to be fair. So yeah, I think if you cut all the excess underneath off. I mean, the other thing is, isn't it like, yeah, it's fucking extortionate. So expensive. How much is it on Element Games? $74. Isn't there an old Luminary model? Liminarch. Oh, it's got the sprue bits. Oh, that's quite good. The Halfling sets might be daft, but they're such a bargain. The Halfling set is awesome. The Halfling set is really nice. The Empire one and convert it and corrupt it. The Empire one? There's an Empire Black Coach? What do you mean? What do they still have? They still got the Black Knight? They haven't got the Black Knights in here anymore, have they? Ooh. Do they have the alternative build to the Hex Wraiths? Oh, come on. There we go. No, they haven't. So the Black Knights have got armor. There they are. So they've got armor. So maybe you use two of them. Maybe you use two of them. Oh, legend, thank you. Oh, that thing. It's just fucking 40 quid. It's 40 quid. The whole Brett's Army box is 130 quid. I really like that. Yeah, I do really like that. I really like the Highland Minis Black Coach sculpt, but even that overhangs the front by a lot, does it? I kind of don't mind it overhanging the front. I quite like the idea of having it lifted so you can kind of charge it in and it's a bit above. I don't think I like that. I think I'd have the wheels on the floor. Is there a picture of it from the front? No, that's the closest you can get. So they overhang a tiny bit there. And it looks like they overhang a tiny bit there. I mean, they're only on axles, aren't they? So you can just make them. You can just make them narrower. Still looking for Dragon Ogres. Oh, have we got some Dragon Ogres? Are they halfling ones? They're actually quite cool, aren't they? They're actually quite cool. Because it's sculpted for the horses to kind of fly. Yeah, I don't like this. So get rid of that. Slam it on the floor. Shorten the axles. Get the wheels inbound a bit. Swap the horses for Black Knights. The Lord of the Rings terrain. Yeah, swap the horses for Black Knights. I think you could. Now I've seen it. Now I've seen it with just the two. I think you could slam that into 100 by 150 and just have it bounce. Just have the Black Coach bouncing like it bounces around in Bram Stoker's Dracula and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's done, because that's... They look like 25 by 50, right? So if that's... So that makes that 50 wide. So 100 would be like here. Right? $50 by 100. Oh, wait! Wait. Hang on. So is it 50 by 100? Oh no, because it's a chariot, isn't it? So you don't put the horses on the front of that, do you? The chariot is just the chariot is a 50 by 100. Yeah, so he has made it too long. So the black coach just in of itself is 100 mil long. Fuck, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get that into Old World? How much do you need the black coach? It's just iconic. It's just like a ridiculously iconic... I mean, the thing... How... I don't get... Like, that's not on a... That's not a 100 mil base. Because that's 50 there. So even the old one doesn't fit on a 100 mil base. Black coach does not fit on a 100 by 50 mil. Wonder what people are using then. Heavy chariot, 50 by 100. I mean, it doesn't even fit on a 180 mil oval. Yeah, well, that's because it's got the extra horses, doesn't it? It's got the extra horses on it, as we've been looking at. Because it's got four horses. Fuck's sake! What has happened to the Games Workshop website? There we go. It's got the 4 horses on here. So you can drop it down to 2 and you get it on a 150 by 50. I guess people aren't caring as much. The front facing is the most important. I kind of guess so. Because unless you have a tiny one, unless you have a tiny one, it's not going to fit on a 100 by 50. Long side is a negative as well. Well, if it's longer, it's a negative because you can get more of a flank charge, I suppose, can't you? You can get more in. Yeah, so maybe you just do it as a. Maybe you just do it like that. Putting it on a longer base. The length will come in for movement blocking maybe, but as a negative for multi-charges. Yeah. There you go, sorted. Fucking hell, look how much it overhangs though.
You know what you should do, Christopher? Stop painting the front of the models and just paint the back. After all, when playing with them you only ever see their back smile.
Is that the Mordheim stagecoach? No, it's the black coach, isn't it? There's a black coach there. The one stuck in a tree? I mean, the overhang is quite cleverly done because it's kind of high enough that it goes over the unit that it's coming into combat with. Like the unit. Well, I mean, you're gonna have like standards, I suppose, so it still doesn't quite work. But it's like almost cool. So it's going over the unit, and the unit charges under here. Mordheim stagecoach. Ah, there we go. Definitely not then. But that's cool. That definitely fits on a. That definitely fits on a 100 by 50. So what's black coach in Old World? That's a year ago. The old black coach doesn't fit on 500 and so you're screwed either way, bugger. That's complete dog's twaddle. Interesting. I think it is. Oh, that one. Yes. Sorry, I thought you meant what was the one that I found? That one. I thought you meant that one. Sorry. Yes, that one is. Yes. Yes. Yeah. The one stuck in a tree. I apologise. Hendy. Yes, that one. That's definitely tall enough to go over the units that it's charging. Okay, so we need Morghast Bone. Morghast Bone is our highlight for all the brown on the what else? Including the bows. So worth doing for the black coach? I think it would look great. I think it would look really, really cool. And then you could have like a heavy chariot. Having the heavy chariot I think would be cool. Right, so yeah, it's Morghast Bone, isn't it? I think realistically I can't see how you can make it fit on the official base size without custom building the coach, and even then it's going to be tight. I mean, the official base size is insane. The old one doesn't even fit on the official base size, so I don't quite know what they were thinking. But again, that's one of the annoyances of not supporting it, because they're never going to change that because it's not a supported faction. I'm kind of curious. I might go check the close order Discord and see what they're doing with the black coach. YouTube Minecraft. Hey, how you doing? They just gave it the standard chariot base size. Yeah. It's a big project, stuff gets missed, 100%, 100%. It's just sad that when things do get missed, it's a legacy item, so it's never actually going to get looked at. I'm still hopeful that they'll support vampire counts. Like I was reading something the other day, and they said that they're one of the only legacy factions that have allies, so maybe they were supposed to be a main faction but just kind of got talked out of it. Third-rate ship, HMS Agamemnon. What are my thoughts on the third-rate ship? It's not quite Ancalagon. I think Ancalagon's cooler than Agamemnon. It's such a shame. It's not like VC are the top 3 army lists in the game with tons of options already. Yeah, right. It was Nelson's first capital ship. Yeah, but it wasn't a big black dragon from Middle-earth, was it? There we go. I had a HMS Victory model kit when I was a kid. That took a while to build. And I was still too tall to walk on the bottom floor. There we go. Right, let's try and find some more. Pepperoni pizza tonight. No tomato. No pineapple on it. No pepperoni pizza. You had a Swedish warship and then Botles. Yeah, the Botles war games is kind of cool. I had a little toy sailing ship. Man of War in it. Okay. Get in there. Man of War in it. Do do do. What time is it? Oh, no wonder I'm hungry. It's 6 o'clock. What should we paint tomorrow? Should we do some more Tomb Kings tomorrow? Kind of feel like we should do some Tomb Kings tomorrow. If I can get all the heads on the Wood Elves painted, cleaned up and filed away and then glued on, maybe I can prime all of those Wood Elves. Hospital day tomorrow. Oh, nice. So we can entertain you while you're in hospital. That sounds like a cool idea. Is it going to be all right, Mannerings? It's a good hospital. Wassa, the pride and joy of the Swedish nautical engineering. It's for me, he might be quite bored. We will definitely keep him occupied and entertained then, teeny tiny. And you make sure you're okay. Hope you have a good time there. It doesn't really work, does it? Should we find general anesthetic, but for a brief procedure I've had before? Awesome. Excellent. Good, good, good. Who be that? Oh, Rolly! Holy shit, we got a Rolly raid. Rolly, how are you? Doing better. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Yeah. The benefit of Wassa sinking was so soon after leaving port is that we were able to drag it ashore and build a museum around it. I don't think that's the one I've seen. I saw one in, was it in Stockholm? I think it was in Stockholm, the one I saw. But it was a big Viking ship. So I'm pretty sure that's probably not the Wassa one. Monte Patessa rock base using some stones and bark looks alright. But I think the Fimo will be better. Nice! Yeah, bark's an interesting... You can do some good stuff with the bark. But the Fimo does offer an awful lot of flexibility and stuff. What were you working on, Rolly? The Wassa is a galleon in Stockholm. Oh, maybe it is that one that I've seen then. I will find the picture. I've got the picture. Picking gallery, I feel it looks barky. Depending on the bark you've used. Oh no, that doesn't look barky, that looks really good. That doesn't look barky at all, that looks really cool, man. Looks really good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that, that looks good. Hench model was made and the model then appeared in the model shops. I think it was in the news a lot around the late 88s because they started a museum for it. I'm guessing it must be the one I've seen then. I thought the one I saw was a Viking ship, but maybe it wasn't. I can't remember where it was. I thought it was like a Viking museum because it had loads of houses, like straw houses around there as well. I can't remember. Yeah, I've got it. We have Viking ships too. Yeah, I think there's a big. I think it was a big Viking. Not. I don't know. I don't really want to say museum. It wasn't really a museum, but. There've been quite a few that have raised. Oh, nice. Right, so we need to go and pick somebody to raid into. Shall we raid Rob, or shall we raid Ren, or shall we raid Leafy? I think we always raid Ren. So I think it's Rob or Leafy. Leafy is painting Trug, and Rob is just chilling. I'm not sure what Rob is doing. Ren has a cat. Ren does have a cat. Yes. Rolly's response is yes. Yes, always raid. I am helpful. Leafy, you don't get that many opportunities to raid. That's very true. Can't remember watching Leafy, so I vote Leafy. I will go raid Leafy then. Leafy sounds like you say, you don't get the opportunity to raid Leafy very often. I think she's just moved job. Wow, that one, that highlight went wrong, didn't it? And then I will spend the rest of the evening trying not to order a black coach with my Element Games order that I've got to put in. You want a black coach? Got a raid and run. See you later. Always enjoy finding someone new. Leafy's cool as well. You'll like Leafy. Do you want a black coach for your AOS? Soulblight, Gravelords. It's always been rubbish in AOS, hasn't it? They've never quite got it right in AOS. Oh no, it's Nighthaunt, isn't it? You can't take it for... You can't take it for Soul Black Gravelords, can you? It's Nighthaunt only. No, just want one in general. It's a cool model. Yeah. 100% agree with that. It's one of those ones that you just want to paint. Right, so I'm going to go and make a pizza. Well, I'm not going to make a pizza, I'm just going to throw it. I'm not doing a homemade one today. I'm just throwing it in the oven. Got a stuffed crust pepperoni one. And then off stream tonight I need to edit a video. I also need to finish building that wood elf for the YouTube vid, so I should probably do that after I've done my pizza, because that's like really close to being finished now, so I should probably just record the last little bit of that video so I can put that up on YouTube. That should be a quite exciting and possibly a YouTube video that will just make everybody go, oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm expecting a few negative comments on it, to be honest. Is Leafy still on? I think she is. No, she's finished. Oh, okay. So not Leafy then. Make it all magic-y and fly-y. So Renal Rob. Ren's painting a questing night, and Rob is reading articles and chilling out. There we go. And then we just need to re-highlight that green bit there, because I missed a bit when we were doing the brown. Perfect. Really happy with these. They look awesome. They look much better when you get the skin done. The skin just kind of like pops the hands and makes the hands look really good. So that'll be much better once we get the hands done. And then the bases really pull everything together, I think. I'm dead excited to see all the bases together. Right, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to love you and leave you all there. And I will see you all tomorrow. I might do Tomb Kings tomorrow. I want to paint some Tomb Kings, so we might do some Tomb Kings tomorrow. Ooh, excuse me, if that's all right with everybody. We might do some Tomb Kings tomorrow. I will try to get the bases done for all of these. Now I've done, because I think I can do the bases on these as soon as I've done like the contrast wash on them. As soon as I've done the contrast wash on them, I can do the bases, because I don't need to then wash anything over them aggressively, kind of thing. It's just like neat, tidy pickups. So I could do all the bases for these 5, so we can then have like 7 finished, so we can see what they all look like. So that'd be quite cool. So I might try and do that, and then I will also just glue the tiles on this, and just kind of paint up the tiles so that we can see what he looks like on a square base. So that'd be quite good as well. Right, take care everybody, have an awesome evening. I'll see you in Discord, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See ya.